All right. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I'm just answering more questions. I'm just out and about, and so I figured I would record another video. So, okay, first of all, hi. Welcome back to my channel. My name is SimplyAretha, or Aretha Greatrix. I'm an Indigenous filmmaker, content creator, and streamer. And yeah, I do a lot of work in Indigenous advocacy. And so here is the final question for our vlog along. So the non-vlog along. Again, if anyone wants to join, just do hashtag non-vlog along. And thank you everyone who has followed along this far and has followed and liked and commented. We really appreciate you, and thank you for uplifting Indigenous voices this month for Native American Heritage Month, or Indigenous Heritage Month. Anyways, okay, so today's question is, what do I think YouTube could do to help support Indigenous creators on this platform? To be honest, YouTube is kind of a different platform, right? Like, we have places like TikTok that's doing awesome things. So I'm part of the TikTok Accelerator program for Indigenous creators. It is really awesome. It's like 6 weeks. We do 2 workshops twice a week for 6 weeks. And they bring in different people. We talk about brand. We talk about building on the platform. We talk about editing. Like, there's so many cool things that we're talking about, and it's awesome. And it's like really supporting Indigenous creators on the platform. And I think YouTube, I don't know what YouTube does for Indigenous creators specifically, because honestly, I don't even know what YouTube does for creators in general, because basically, unless you get to a point where you are like partner, and I guess they made it more easier to get partner, because before you had to have 1,000 subscribers, now you only need 500, and you only need so many views and all these things, right? What could they do? I feel like they need somewhere between something where they highlight Indigenous creators even during like our months. So in June is Indigenous Peoples Month, and in the States it's November. And I feel like there has to be a way to highlight people, but also has to be a way for us to, discoverability is really hard on YouTube. Yeah, I find it very hard to find what I'm looking for on YouTube. And it's because it's like, oh, here, this is what you're searching for. No, this is what we've interpreted that we think you're searching for, or this is what we think you should be searching for when you're asking for this. And I'm finding it very frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. And so if anything, I feel like that needs to change. There has to be something that you can specifically ask for something and it gives you what you're asking for. And it's not doing that right now. And I feel like creating a program like the TikTok Accelerator program would probably be very helpful for YouTube. So I think I've talked about this before, but so I'm a filmmaker and I attend an event every year called Banff World Media Festival. So every major network and broadcaster goes there. So YouTube is there. I've actually met people from YouTube there. They're very nice and, you know, great. And, you know, TikTok goes there. You know, Universal goes there. Netflix goes there. Bell Media goes there. Like every major broadcaster and network goes there. And it's really a big pitch session where we basically get to pitch our ideas, talk to people, ask questions, all that stuff. And I ended up talking, and you attend these workshops where people do these panels and they talk about things. And one of the ones we were talking about was social media and like online content creation and platforms. And it was very interesting because there was one person who talked, who said something very interesting that I found. And basically what they said was, if YouTube was doing, if YouTube was conducting itself how it's supposed to, we wouldn't have things like TikTok. We wouldn't have things like Twitch, because YouTube could have done that, but it didn't. And so even now in the streaming space, like discoverability in the streaming space is too hard. Twitch is so much easier because you can network, people can raid into you, you can bring your community over to other people, you can give people shout outs, like so many cool things you can do on Twitch that helps discoverability just from networking and meeting other people, because they meet you, they like you, they want to bring their communities over to you, they want to say, hey, to my community who's been watching me for 4 hours, hey, we're going to go say hi to this person, let's go over and say hi, let's share the love, stay, follow them, do all those things. And, if you like them, give them a follow, stay, and if you're like, oh, this is it for me, come back later, or, so it's really word of mouth and building good relationships with people. But on YouTube, you don't have that. And so I guess to help support us in a way, I think it just is general. Like, it's not even the Indigenous community. I think it's just content creation in general. We can't rely on the algorithm, because the algorithm, in my opinion, is broken. It's not working properly. They did something to it, because it didn't used to always be this way. It used to work in a different way. And now it's like completely, to me, useless. And like I said, when I'm searching for something that I'm literally, because everyone has a tag now, right? So if you do like @SimplyAretha, it should bring you to me. And I remember one time I was doing @something, and I was trying to share something actually with someone with YouTube, and it wasn't showing up in the algorithm. Like, it wouldn't even show up in the search. And I was at whatever the name was, because I was trying to share this channel with an example of something that, that we were doing, and it wasn't showing up in the search. And I'm literally tagging our name. So I was like, what is going on? So again, like, I feel like they've done something to the algorithm. It doesn't work properly. But even then, there has to be some place where people can go. And I feel like there's videos and content creation, and then there's streaming. And even then, I'm not even too sure where to go for streaming. I will say though, that it does email you when people go live. So that is true. So I do get emails when I follow people and they have decided to go live. And some people it doesn't. So I don't know. It's literally, it's like all over the place. I just feel like they need either like landing pages specifically for content creation or streaming, or have some place that you can tag specific topics that you're looking for, because I would love to have an Indigenous topic. The other platforms usually do that too. Like, you have tags that actually work and bring you to those places. Like, how do you look up those tags, right? Like, I don't know. And also I would love to see highlights, or even just working with and helping people understand. They do have that creator program that you can go in the dashboard, and it'll give you like tips and stuff. Again, the tips don't help if the algorithm is your biggest problem. We need something that helps boost and highlight people, and sometimes even boosting them and doing campaigns where you're promoting things would be very helpful. And I feel like doing that for the Indigenous community and all marginalized communities, to be honest, like, like Pride or Black History Month or Latin History Month or Asian Pacific Islander Month. There's so many cool celebrations throughout the year. Women's History Month, like, we should be just doing it all and promoting those things and making sure that we're uplifting those voices, all year round, but also specifically during the months that are specifically meant to highlight them. So I don't know. I feel like that's what YouTube could be doing more. And again, they need to fix the algorithm in some way, because I don't know what they did to it, but it's broken. Anyways, thank you again for everyone who has watched, liked, commented, and also followed along with all the playlists and subscribed to everyone. We appreciate you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I've definitely learned a lot from other people, and I also learned a lot about myself. And one of them being, I think I'm going to start doing more appreciation posts and giving people shout outs. Just doing more things to highlight people. But yeah, well, it should be over on the 30th, but people might do more videos later. So just check out the platforms, and again, just subscribes to people's playlists, and keep up to date with their videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to all of their channels as well too. Literally, subscribing to someone costs you nothing. It's the best way to support people, because it literally costs you nothing. Yeah, I just hope you all have a wonderful rest of your year. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media. I do stream on Twitch 3 times a week and other platforms as well. But yeah, I usually post when I go live or anything on my social media. So yeah, just go to simplyaretha.com and I'll talk to y'all later.